guys, welcome back to my channel. How have you all been? I am so grateful to you all for subscribing to my channel. We are almost at 4K and I just cannot express how happy I am. Anyway, today I have this summer cocktail makeup look. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I wanted to do like a very simple, easy, peachy kind of look. But then I saw this post on Instagram and it was so beautiful. I saw a look which looked very similar to this. Obviously I tweaked it a little bit, but it was just so beautiful that I absolutely had to recreate it. I'll leave the original creator's handle in the description link below. I know that this looks a little intimidating, but trust me, I'll teach you step by step how to do this and you'll be able to do it too. All you need is a little bit of patience and practice. That's it. It took me a while to perfect it too. So yeah, if you guys want to know how to achieve this look right here, then please keep on watching. To save some time, I've already done my brows off camera and now we're going to be doing our eyes because this is a dramatic look. I'm going to use a concealer first to prime my eyelids, and I'm using the Magic Wand Waterproof Concealer by Sugar. This is in the shade 30 Chococcino. And I'm just going to open this up and put it all over my eyelids. And then we're just going to blend everything out. Sure to prime your eyelids before you attempt any eye look. That way it will neutralize the pigmentation on your eyelids and give you the exact and proper color of the eyeshadows. And for my eyes, I'm first going to go in with the Juvia's Place palette. Look at that. How beautiful is that palette? So I'm gonna use this yellow shade right here, and I'm gonna use a brush that is flat but has a little bit of density to it just to pack on the color. I'm just placing that color on the inner 1/3 of my eyes, just patting it down. As you can see, will not blend anything right now, just concentrate on getting the color all over that 1/3 of the lid. So I did not set my concealer in because I want the colors to reach its maximum intensity, and when the concealer is not set, you get way more color payoff than you do if it's set with powder. Now that we're done placing the color on our eyelids, I'm just gonna use my brush to just extend those corners a little bit and kind of blend out all the harsh edges. Now I'm gonna take that orange shade on that same brush, or you can use a different brush. I'm just using a similar kind of brush but a different one. We're gonna place this on the middle of our eyelids. Just concentrate on placing it and not blending it right now. I'm just going to blend out these two edges very carefully, making sure that the yellow is transitioning into the orange. We don't want any harsh lines. And I'm blending the edges of this one too, just going over a little bit on the crease. Now I'm going to switch over to the Colourpop Strawberry Shake palette. This palette again has a really beautiful selection of colors. I'm just going to take this red shade and I'm going to put it on my crease. I'm taking a dome shaped brush. This is the ProArt PE23, and this has a really nice slanted edge to kind of get into the outer corners. So I'm just taking the color and I'm placing it on my outer corners, just tapping that color. Again, don't blend it right now, we'll do all the blending later. Now just concentrate on placing the color and increasing its pigmentation. I'm going on the outer 1/3 of my eyelids and also kind of extending it into a cat eye shape, just because this shape suits my eye shape the most. You can go in with any shape that you want, and I'm just extending it very gently. As you can see, make sure to not apply too much pressure because it is going to be difficult to blend out otherwise. I'm holding the brush quite further away. As you can see, I'm holding it right here so that I don't apply too much pressure while I'm blending. I'm just extending this outwards. Now I'm going to take that same brush with any additional product and I'm just going to blend out all the edges with the orange, making sure to not go over that red portion because we don't want the pigmentation and intensity of the color to go away. So I'm just concentrating this blend only on the corners. I'm just taking my brush back and forth very gently, just to create like an ombre on the crease as well. Now to blend these shadows, I'm going to use this pink shade. This is a matte pink shade and I'm gonna use a brush like this. I'm gonna place this over that red shade that we placed very gently and I'm gonna bring it on the inner corners too. I'm going over my crease because I want it to show when I keep my eyes open. After that, I'm going to take this bone shade. It's like a nude kind of shade and I'm going to use it to diffuse all the colors together with the help of this blending brush. This is the Nykaa brush in E006. So now with this shade, I'm going even higher than I normally would and bringing it almost to my brow bone and I'm just blending the shades out. This is just gonna help us create a nice transition and it won't look stark. So I'm using windshield wiper motions to just blend it back and forth and I'm also gonna go just in circular motions to blend it further. Alright, now you can see that this eye has a lot more pigment and intensity, but this eye is blended out. So what we have to do now is add more pigments and add all these colors in the same order again. Repeat all the same steps so that our eye look looks more vibrant and rich. So we're done with the blending. Took me a lot of time, to be honest. Now I'm going to take a makeup wipe and I'm going to clean out the under eye area so that the edges can look crisp and sharp and we don't have any fallout. Alright, now it's time for eyeliner and for that I'm going to use the Sugar I Warned You So double matte eyeliner. This has to be one of my favorite eyeliners, as I've mentioned before. It's just so matte and it's so easy to work with. Starting from the middle of my eyes and I'm just going to take it very gently. I'm going to take it outwards into a wing shape and I'm going to join it to my lash line. Now I'm just going to fill this part in. Now I'm just filling in the inner corners. Now I'm going to extend the eyeliner a little bit so that it matches the dramatic wing we've created here. And now to complete this look off, I'm going to use false lashes and the ones I'll be using are by PAC. These are the PAC eyelashes in 213 and I'm just gonna wear them off camera and be back. I've applied the false lashes and this is how the look is looking right now. I love the fact that these lashes aren't dramatic at all because it does not steal focus from the look. Now let's move on to the base, for which I will be starting off with an illuminating moisturizer. So I'll be using the Sugar Bling Leader Illuminating Moisturizer. This is in the shade 01 Gold Digging. I'm just going to take a little bit of it. Just this much. Then I'm just going to rub it between my palms and apply it onto my skin. I love using this moisturizer before doing my makeup. It just makes the foundation look so glowy and dewy. I just love it so much. The next product that I'm going to use is the Nykaa Prep Me Up Primer. Now I use this one only on my T-zone area because I do have a little bit of a pore issue there. So I just want to minimize it as much as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of it, just that much. And again, I'm just gonna start on my nose area. I'm just patting it very softly and simultaneously kind of smoothing it out. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Nykaa Skin Genius foundation in 03 Warm Sand. I'm going to take a tiny amount on my hand, just this much as you can see, and then I'm just going to dot this all over my face. I find that this is honestly the easiest way that I can apply foundation without making it look cakey at all. Now I'm gonna use this beauty sponge. This is by the drugstore company. I love how soft it is and it does not take away the coverage of your makeup products, which is amazing. So I'm just gonna start dabbing, and you want to push the foundation in. You don't want to swipe it for obvious reasons. You don't want the coverage to go away. All you want to do is just stamp the product. So how's your quarantine going right now? I don't know what to say anymore. It's not even quarantine. Like, people are just going out and doing their business as usual. And obviously, I mean, we have to, the economy has to start. There is no other way. Guys, if you don't have to go out, please don't. I beg of you, just don't go out, okay? I know that our parents have to go out. They don't really have a choice because they have to work. But if you can work from home, or if your parents can work from home, then please suggest them to do that. It is not safe at all to go out right now. Although the lockdown is up, the virus is still very much lethal and it still has a very high chance of affecting you. So maintain proper hygiene, wash your hands. Please don't go out. I know you all must be dying to meet your friends, and you have already, probably multiple times. But just think of this, you don't know which of your friends are affected. Maybe they're asymptomatic. You don't want any kind of danger towards your family members. Maybe it won't be critical to you, even if you catch it, but it might be critical to your parents and grandparents, and why would you want to do that to them? Just meet your friends once a week. Don't keep on going out with them every single day or every alternate day. Like, stay at home. By now we all know how to stay at home, right? So let's do that. Just don't go out unless it's necessary. It's my sincere request. Please. Do you see what I'm talking about? This foundation gives such a beautiful finish to your skin. It's almost like your skin but better, and that's why I love it so much. Next, we're gonna move on to concealer, and for that I will be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is in the shade Pure Beige. I have almost run out of it. You can see the condition of this. Just gonna squeeze out whatever is remaining, because again, this is a very hydrating concealer with a lot of coverage. So I'm just gonna take this and apply it onto my under eye area. So I'm only going to apply it to my inner corner as well as the outer corner. This one is just to kind of elongate the eye. Also gonna apply a little bit over my mouth area. Now I'm gonna use the Sugar Concealer one more time, and this is in the shade 30 Chococcino. I'm gonna use it right in the middle just to brighten up this area, and I'm also applying it a little bit on my nose, on my forehead, and on my chin. That's it. I'm gonna start blending this out. And again, I really love the concealer combination that we used. It just looks so natural and flawless. I'm blending this out very carefully, making sure to not ruin the eye look that we just did. Now I'm going to take a brush like this, and I'm just going to buff everything out, especially the areas that we could not reach with our beauty blender. I'm just going to go over that. Concealer is done, and look how flawless that under eye looks though, right? Now I'm going to use a powder to set all of this goodness in, and for that I'm going to use the Sugar Set the Tone Tinted Powder in 15 Cappuccino. I'm going to pour a little bit onto the cap, and I'm going to use the beauty blender once again, just dab onto it. Take it like that. First, I'm just going to use my finger to remove any creases from my under eye area, because we don't want to set that into place. Now, I'm just going to press this powder onto my concealed areas to set them into place. Also going over my mouth area and my forehead. Now, I'm going to work on my lower lash line, and first, I'm going to apply a kajal. This one is by NY and all I'm going to do is just tightline my lower lash line. Now I'm going to use a pencil brush to soften this kajal out, and I'm also using the red shade from that same Colourpop palette. I'm also adding a hint of pink and blending it along with the red one. Now I'm just going to blend everything out with a brush like this. I'm also going to take some more yellow shade and apply it to the inner third of my lower lash line. Now I'm just going to blend everything out once more. To finish off the lower lash line, I'm going to use the Sugar Lash Mob Limitless Mascara, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of it to my lower lash line. Coming back to the face, we're going to do a little bit of contouring and bronzing, and for that I will be using the C.A.L Lost Angeles Chiseled Corrective Concealer Wheel. So I'm lightly applying it on the hollows of my cheeks, and as you can see, I'm just going to go in one direction because you don't want the bronzer to look muddy. So I'm just going like this, and then I'm just going to rotate the brush and go in the opposite direction again. This is just going to help in blending the contour out. I'm also contouring my jawline and my forehead as well. Before moving on to blush, I'm just going to take a quick little shower in this NYX Dewy Setting Spray. For blush, I'm going to use something a little unconventional, and that is the Sugar Corrector Stick in 02 Onward Orange. Now I know that this is a color corrector, but this is from their Face Forward range, which has a lot of multi-purpose products. So I've used this before and it works beautifully as a blush. You'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. So I'm applying 3 dots like this, and then I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just blend it in. I am using this one because I just wanted the blush and the eye look to be kind of on the same tones. I did not want to wear a very pink blush. See how beautiful and natural that blush looks. Now it's time to move on to highlighter, and for that I will be using yet another product from their Face Forward range. So this is their highlighter stick in the shade 01 Champagne Champion. So I'm gonna put a little bit right on the highest points of my cheeks, and then I'm going to blend this out with the help of my fingers. That's how easy it is to get that glow. Now I'm just gonna put a little bit on my chin, Cupid's bow, nose, and a little bit on my forehead and my other cheek as well. And again, I'm just going to use my fingers to blend it all out. I feel like blending in with your fingers gives it a really natural and nice finish versus blending it in with any other tool. The warmth of the finger really helps to melt the product down and not take away any of its properties. Now I'll just use the butt of the beauty blender to make sure everything is meshed in together and looks very, very seamless and flawless. For my inner corners and brow bone, I will be using this shade. For my lips, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Rouge Signature Lipsticks. This is in the shade I Lead. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed filming this, and I can't wait to wear this outside. I know this is so dramatic, but I just can't wait. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, then make sure to give this a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all super soon in my next video. Till then, take care and stay home. I love you all so much. Bye.